Yay, 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 yay. Welcome to another episode of Solid Ground, where passion meets purpose and the stories come alive. Tonight, we're diving into the dynamics of the gaming world. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited for this one. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all coming through. I'm your host, respectfully solid, one of the most solid men on the app. Stand on that. And like I said, today we're definitely tapping into, you know, the gaming world. You know what I'm saying? Esports and a space where skills, strategy, and passion come together to create an incredible career. You know what I'm saying? And communities. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of this going on. You know, I got a son who's very addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? So, we're just extremely happy to have two extraordinary guests today with us, who have turned their love for gaming into something truly impactful. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all ready for a good show, right? But now, before we meet our guests, let me tell you how we run this show, right? So we typically have two guests in an hour. Each guest, gets about 30 minutes to share their passion. You know what I'm saying? The testimonies of their passion, should I say? Because it's like you got three different parts to it, right? You got the passion, then you got the journey. You know what I mean? And the impact. You know what I'm saying? I know that I'm pretty sure we're gonna hear some amazing things about gaming that we've never heard about. Me personally, I used to be one, and now I'm a streamer. I'm a streamer, mama. Hey, shout out to everybody in the building. You know what I'm saying? So once again, this is Solid Ground, where passion meets purpose and the stories come alive. So I'm gonna go ahead. I ain't gonna waste too much time, right? I'm gonna thank everybody that's here, but let's bring up our first guest. You know what I'm saying? Our first guest, OVO Jordi. Let go. Here we go. Hey, Jordi. What it do? How you doing
I'm
today?
good. How are you? I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. I'm doing amazing. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? My name is Jordi. I am obsessed with gaming, but also anime. I did recently meet Solid, so thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. I don't get too many chances to really speak about gaming on this app. Like, I usually just play
Oh,
and
that's dope.
relax, do my thing. So to be able to actually be in a space where people want to hear that and to be able to talk about it and not have be judgment, I love
Right,
that.
right, right. See, that's what solid ground is about. Is creating that space for people to talk about their passion, no matter what it is. You know what I mean? If it's a passion for tennis shoes, if it's a passion for traveling, if it's a passion for playing dominoes, you know what I'm saying? I want to hear about it. You know what I'm saying? I most definitely want to hear about it. You know what I mean? And gaming is something that I did a little bit of it growing up. You know what I'm saying? But the streets took over. You know what I'm saying? So, it was kind of like now I might got three games out of me. You know what I'm saying? You can probably get three games. If I start losing, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So
I
for
like
real,
that with certain games for
uh,
sure.
I'm done. Don't let me. That's why I play with my sons. They don't like to play me because I'm a sore loser. I'm gonna slam the joystick and walk away. You know what I mean?
Literally, I don't break my controllers because I spend a lot of money on them, but I have wanted to throw them a few times. I
Okay.
understand that.
So so Nikki. Okay. So let's we're gonna start off by exploring the deep passion for gaming, right? That you've built an impressive presence in the gaming community. So tell us, let's start off by saying what drew you to gaming and how did you discover your passion for it?
Well, me, honestly, my brother is my idol. He's only a year younger than me, but since I was born, I've done every single thing that he's done. I thought I
Mm,
was one of the boys. I thought damn near wanted to be in his skin,
mm,
so playing games with him, I did whatever he did. And the earliest game I remember playing was The Sims and Mario. And I started playing The Sims, I was 6 years old. So like I used to like sneak and play it on my mom's PlayStation, and she caught me playing it one day and was like, "Okay, like it's inappropriate, but at least they cover stuff, so I'm gonna just let you play." And then it was on from Grand Theft Auto, Mario. It just stuck. Like I never. Everybody said it was a phase, and it was a phase I never grew out of. So like
right,
it just stuck with me my whole life. Like
right.
and literally to my core with those games, I still play them. Like I still play it now. So it's
So
been like
roughly how
20 something years.
20, so I was just about to ask that. I was literally, you took
Mhm.
the question out of my mouth. About to ask how long you've been gaming. You know what I mean? That's dope. That's dope.
Mhm.
And so let me okay, so let's tap into this, right? How has gaming become a meaningful hobby for you and what role does it play in your life?
Honestly, like I know it seems dramatic. It might seem dramatic to say, but gaming really is my life because it's the only, when I play the game, when I turn on the console, when I get into it, it's like I feel like I can do anything, especially creative games like The Sims. A lot of people don't, it doesn't make sense to them, but I love architecture, I love building, I love designing, I love creating my own world. So whenever I can play games like that, it's it's healing to me. It's that one time where everything around me just doesn't exist. You know what I mean? And I'm in
Right.
that zone playing that game, and it's something that is addictive as well. It's like it never stops. So you could just keep going and bring other people, and even online, like it's helped me connect with so many people. I have friends that I've been friends with for 10, 15 plus years, and I met on a game, or I've connected with them doing something with gaming. So it's
Right.
just bigger than just a controller. And especially when people are like, "Oh, you're too old to be playing this game." I'm like, there's no age limit on games. Like
Yeah,
it's all about fun and what you can get out of it.
right. Because even like board games that say three and up, you know what I'm saying? Three plus. It don't
Exactly.
say,
It's
it
just
ain't got
all
no
about
stop to it.
fun.
You know what I'm saying? It definitely ain't got no stop to it. You know what I mean? So what would you
Yeah.
say? What would you say is your favorite? What's your top go to? Like what game is your favorite? What console do you use?
Oh well, I have all the consoles, so
Oh,
I
you
play
got
on. I play. I bought every
yeah,
console, so when I'm on here, like, oh, you want to play something? They'll be like, oh, I don't have the X. Oh, I got that too, baby. Like, I can whatever. You can get this. You can duck this beef. Like, we can get it on any console. I got the DS. I got a Game Boy. I got the Nintendo. What you got? Xbox,
right.
PlayStation. But my favorite system right now is probably the Xbox, just because I was sponsored by them for like 2 years. So I kind of just got used to the way that the Xbox is set up. But I also love PlayStation too. I've been playing that since a kid. So I don't really feel like I have a favorite. It's just which one I'm on at the moment. And Xbox has been my vibe lately.
You probably gonna look at me crazy because you know what was the last game console I owned? The very first Xbox.
I love, bro, mine just broke. I'm so mad because I had it working perfectly. And then I tried to play it the other day and it wouldn't turn on. I was like, dang. I have so many games that are still on there.
Yeah, that was the last game console I owned, and the only game I played on it was UFC. Back then, UFC was really fast. Like
I
as
love
fast as you
UFC.
touch the buttons,
That's
it was
one of
gonna
the
work
few
out.
fighting. I don't play a lot of sports games, but UFC is one of the few that I'll actually play.
I like it. I like that, and I think it was a
Thank
fight
you.
night. I think it was fight. No, Max Payne. Max Payne was my favorite back then too. I
I
actually
love Max Payne. Oh
I
my god.
actually played that game from beginning to end. Like that game right
I
there.
love Max Payne, the old one on the
Yeah, the
PlayStation.
old one.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, I love that game. It's
that's
so
a
sad, but
serious
I love
game.
it.
Hey, shout out to everybody in the building.
Thank you. Yes,
This
thank you
is
to everybody in
solid
the chat.
ground. You know what I'm saying? We here every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, today we tapping into the world of gaming, and Jordy just hit us with the passion. You know what I mean? How she developed her passion for the game, and she's still in it. Been sponsored by Xbox, and I'm sure we're gonna tap into that right now as we tap in to the journey. You know what I'm saying? So let's tap into the journey, Jordy, and let's everybody, you know, every hobby has its own set of challenges and rewards, right? So let me ask you, what challenges have you faced as a female gamer, and how have you overcome them?
Um, un, I feel like I've been blessed to have been accepted by a lot of people in the gaming community, so I can't really say there's too many challenges. I think as a woman, you don't really get taken seriously. There's like certain games that you have to play to really get taken seriously by a lot of people, but I got my sponsorship by playing The Sims. So once that happened, I was like, I don't really care anymore because like this is something that I want to play. And even with that game, it's oh, that's not a real game, and oh, you need to be playing Call of Duty or whatever. And it's like, no, I play what I want to play. And I posted a clip of something that I built, and they picked it up, and they were like, okay,
Mm,
like this is one game we have a hard time getting people drawn to. So that's how I got it. And ever since then, it's like I just kind of stick to more what I know and the people. It's not really too many challenges. I think it's just more so finding your circle
uh-huh.
and respect. I think as a female
Being
gamer is
being
harder to
yourself,
get.
when you're being yourself, you're gonna find your people.
Exactly. I
Find your
think that's the
people.
biggest thing. Like a lot of women get crap in general, but I honestly I don't really pay attention to it because it's a toxic environment. Like the gaming community can be very toxic. So it's like I just majority of the time I don't care. Like I'll get on that headset and if I'm playing Call of Duty, GTA, I'm like, we could go to war, baby. Like you're not
Oh,
gonna
so
scare me off the
you play
game.
Call of Duty as well.
I play zombies on Call of Duty. I don't play like the co-op or like story mode because I'm not
Right.
really big on the army games. Like if I wanted to be shoot join the military, you feel me? Like I'm not really I'm not trying to play cosplay as a military person right now. Like it's just not
Yeah.
my thing. But I'll play it usually with other people. Like that's my thing. If my friends like a game, even if I don't like it that much, I'll still download it and play it just to play with them.
Right.
But
Because I
it's
was
not
gonna
my
say,
thing.
like, I know Sims, man. That game been around for years,
I man, The Sims is
decades.
my heart. The Sims is my that is one thing. I'm actually going to school for video game design because I want to design content and have it picked up by them. Because I've already spoken to people with The Sims trying to get stuff launched with them, and it's just like you have to do a lot. But if I could get that, that's one of my dreams is to have my designs or like something I've created in that game. Cause I'm like, I've been playing it for so long. I'm like, I want to be a part of it.
And
Like, I want to create
you
for it.
mess around and be creating something for them, and turn around and end up with your own
That's one of
balance.
my dreams. That's what I'm working
The
toward now.
Sims
I want to.
at first Sims was a PC game, wasn't it?
Yes.
It
Yeah.
was, right? I remember that. I
Hmm.
remember that was and an expensive game back then.
It
You know what I
was.
mean?
Thank
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
so much. It was
Absolutely.
like 60, 50, or $60. And it's never changed. Like I think now it's still like $40. I'm like,
Right.
it's been out for so long and it's still the same price. It's like GTA. Like they know people are gonna keep buying it. So it's like, why not? Why change the price? And
Like,
I
you know
keep
what?
buying.
A video game now to me, like, well, the last time I really was able to like play kind of cool, right? Um, was San Andreas on my relatives' game console, and I used to just be like, "Hey, give
That's an
me
early one for me too.
put the
I think I
code
started
in,
playing that. I was like eight
yeah,
or
put the
nine. I
code in
begged my
for
dad
me.
for that
If you
game.
put the code in for me, give me the a bunch of weapons. I just want to go around acting a
Yes,
acting a nut.
Liberty City. Vice City was the first GTA I ever played, but I remember when San Andreas came out, I begged my grandpa. I was like,
Uh,
please give me that, please. He was like, I'm not buying that for you. I was like,
CJ.
what?
Oh, CJ.
Yes.
But I was never able to do like the missions. I wasn't good at that. You know what I mean? I could play, but I'm just gonna go around like trying to trying to get away, get 5 stars and try to get away. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
I
how
beat that so fast. Like
you
that
know,
that is one of my favorite GTA games. I love it so much.
yeah, it's epic. It's definitely epic. Okay, so now let me ask you this as well, right? Um, how has your involvement in gaming and esports influenced your life and the life of those around you?
Ooh, that's a hard question.
You know, okay. Well, look. We gonna pivot because I know you're gonna get to it. You're gonna figure it out. I know you
Mhm.
will because sometimes um, we don't know it, but it shows in others. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think you can open the door. Yeah, you can open it.
So better yet, let me ask you this one. Better yet, let me ask you. Can you share a moment when you realized the influence your gaming hobby and that you realize that you influence people with your gaming hobby? How about that? That you've
Well, with
influenced.
that, I think with me, I could say I feel like I've brought in a lot of people closer to it. Like I whenever I meet people, there's a lot of people that I've met that haven't wanted to stream or just more so like a sense of community, like family. Because to me, that was a big thing too. I grew up in a very volatile kind of household. So that was our escape was playing the game, locking ourselves in the room and just entering this whole new world. And I think people forget as adults there's a lot of adults that still feel that way and still have that inner child that wants that sense of connection. So there's a lot of amazing people I've met online, like I said, and help them, just be a little bit more comfortable, I guess, like to
Mm.
step out of their comfort zone or even playing games that they never thought they could play or feeling confident playing. I play
So okay,
games.
now let me ask you this: if you was to design your own game, tell me what that would be like, what it'll look like. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I have so many different loves of gaming, but to be honest, I've kind of I haven't designed one, but I do have a game that I've written down ideas for. It's kind of similar to Far Cry. I don't know if anybody's ever played Far Cry 5. That's one of
Tell
my
me about it.
favorite games
Tell me
ever,
about
and
it.
it's
Tell
it's
me
it
why it's
well
your favorite.
there's multiple Far Cries. I think it goes all the way up to 6, but that one, I went to college for psychology and I did a lot of papers on cults because there's just something that's always interested me. Not like I want to join a cult, but the like the way that people can like manipulate and just change like an entire mass of people. And in that game, you're a bounty hunter, but you're having to go against um, a cult family, and there's 3 siblings that you have to take down. So the entire game is split up different maps and you have to beat each certain cult leader. And then once you beat those 3, there's like the fourth one, which is like the boss. But even after you beat it, you have to go back and do a bunch of like side stories. And that's what I love about it is like it takes so long to beat it. You can like hunt
Right.
and make money. There's different guns on there, which I love guns. So it's like there's different guns you could design. Like you could sit there and play for hours and you can control like animals on there. You can get animals that'll follow and help you kill people. Like it's just so much little stuff and it like I have clips of me like shooting helicopters at the sky with a bow and arrow. I'm like that's my thing. I taught myself how to shoot better by shooting with bow and arrows because I'm not really good at aiming. So I was like, okay, let me just try to beat this mission strictly with the bow and arrow. And that's how I taught myself. Because I don't know why when I aim, it's hard for me. Like my hands will start shaking. So it's
Right.
hard for me to like keep it on one target. So I was like, okay, let me just do that. Which I started shooting them in real life, like arrows, because of that game. Because I
Oh,
was
for
like, oh,
real?
this is dope. Yeah. Like I went to an actual like archery field and learned how to do it in real life, which is really dope. I'm like, that's
That
not
is dope.
something you
I've
do
never
every day.
done that before. You know what I
It was
mean?
awesome.
That sounds like a very interesting thing to
Thank y'all
do.
so
So
much.
now, if Jordy was to design a video game today, what would you call it, and what genre would it be in?
Ooh, I don't know what I would call it, but I definitely would either build like a first world, like an open world game is probably similar to The Sims. I've always wanted a game that was like The Sims and GTA like combined because The Sims is very like you can do a lot of stuff on there now, but it's nowhere near like GTA. So if I could mix those two games
So you like
together,
build a trap house?
yes, GTA. Well, GTA roleplay, you can do a lot, but on GTA, there's still a lot that's not like The Sims. Like you can't control them and go into stores and stuff like you can on The Sims. So I
Right,
would like to build a game that was like that and maybe mixed in a little Far Cry too, because like I said, you can't have guns on The Sims. So you could
right.
kill people, but you can't kill them with guns.
That's wicked. That's different.
Yeah, to kill people on The Sims. When I want to kill my Sims, I'll put them in a pool and then you build a fence around the pool and they can't get out. So they drowned.
This is crazy. Do
Like,
y'all
they
hear
can't get
this?
out the pool.
Hey, if y'all
Like,
just joining
I feel
us,
like it's more sadistic. Like you killing your Sims is sadistic. Like you gotta be
so
smart
you
with it.
starving them, huh? You starving them and
And they got
can't drink them.
CPS on The Sims. If you don't take care of your kids, they come get them.
What?
And you can't get them
CPS
back.
I said CPS, but no, is that deep?
Yes, if you don't take care of your animals, the animal police they come get
Yeah.
your dog, and if you don't take care of your kids, CPS pull up to your house and they take them. They're like, "We're taking your baby, and you can't get them back."
Wow. That's too.
Yeah,
That's a little too real for
they
me.
don't play. They said, "Don't get on this game, not being a good parent, baby. We're gonna fix that."
Wow, that's deep. Hey, that's so that could be triggering for some people. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
If they
take care of
just,
your baby then. No, did nobody
hey,
tell you to let your baby cry. You let your baby cry for more than 5 minutes, the game will start warning you. It's like, hey, you got one more time.
for the neighbors calling peoples on you.
For real? Then look, that CPS worker pull up to your house real
Hey,
quick.
hey, that's wild. Hey, y'all, if y'all just tuning in, this
No
is
worries.
Solid Ground. We here every
The
Sunday at
baby's
7
gone.
p.m.
Baby's
Eastern
gone.
Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? I'm your host, respectfully Solid. We got Jordy in the box, OVO Jordy, and she just tapped in with us and told us about the passion, how she discovered it. We talked about the journey, and now we're gonna tap into the impact. So I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna press that issue right now, right? About how you've impacted, right? And I want you to think about that because I know that there's, I know for me, tattooing is therapeutic. Streaming became therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? It's like the second thing I've gotten that was therapeutic in my life. So um tell me, in what ways do you use your gaming platform to inspire other women and make positive difference?
I think with inspiring, I try to join any gaming world, and I think a lot of women feel like they have to play specific games to like stand out and have to play like only Call of Duty or only play like Madden or only play like 2K because that's what gets you noticed. But like I said, I got my sponsorship off of playing The Sims, and it was one game that a lot of people said I would never be taken seriously for, but it's my passion. So to me, that shows like you don't have to conform to anything. Like at the end of the day, I want people to follow me for me, and I do the same for other women and or male gamers, but mostly women to me because it's so important to see more women gamers. I don't see a lot, and I would love to that. And I've had a lot of women come to me and say that I've given them, which I don't know how, because I don't look at myself like as a person who inspires people sometimes. Like I'm so used to just giving the flowers to other people. When it comes to me, it makes me a little uncomfortable because I don't think about it like that. But I've had so many people say that I've given them confidence, or they've watched me play a game and they want to play it, and just playing with me, and it's built a community. Now I have a big female community that I play with that I never really thought I would be able to find because we met each other randomly. But the confidence that they give me and the confidence I get from them as well. Like it's so beautiful to meet people who share your same interest, but also aren't afraid to step out of that comfort zone and out of that box of what a lot of people put female gamers in. Like you have to dress like this, or you have to overly sexualize yourself to be on a stream, or you have to play what the boys play. And it's like, no, I don't want to play what the
Right.
boys play. I want to play what I play. And if I want to sit on my computer and play The Sims for 10 hours, baby, that's how I got my sponsorship. So now I'm
Right.
going to continue to do that because it's what makes me happy. But I love seeing women. Well, I love seeing everybody, but especially women. I love seeing them play stuff that makes them genuinely happy. And you could just feel the confidence. And it also makes your inner child happy. Because for me, that's what I feel like. My inner child wants that,
I mean,
and doing that is what makes me happy.
I'm gonna keep it real. For me, you know what I'm saying? It's a reason why. It's big. It's a bigger reason why I don't and haven't gotten caught up in the game. So I feel like for me, I've designed kind of a double standard when it comes to video games. Like I think it's dope. I think it's cool when a female does it. But for me, when a male sits in front of a TV all day long with his homies and all that and doing that, to me, that's like unproductive. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's not a productive thing to do. But I think it's dope when women do. You know what I'm saying? So for me, the video game thing, when it comes to males, can have, it ain't many that's really making it beneficial, gaining sponsors,
Mhm.
trying to design the game. They'll sit in front of that thing and just twiddle their
Well,
thumbs
at
all
the
day.
end of the day, I hear that a lot, but it's like it really depends on what you want to do with it. Like I don't think you necessarily, it has to be necessarily productive. I made it a career because I don't know, it's more so my parents talking crap like, "Oh, you're always on the game. You're always on the game." And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna make money from it. Now what?"
Uh-huh.
Like now that's half the reason why I got my last house, gamer money. So I'm
Right.
like, now you can't say anything
See,
because
and
if
that's
I'm
how
playing
I
the game
feel.
for 10 years, I might as well make money off of it.
I
But it's
mean, and you know what?
also,
Yeah,
mhm.
that's dope. I think that is what, to spend that much time and monetize it is epic. You know what I'm saying? But to sit around blowing big trees and eating up the kids' snacks, and you see, you
Well,
see, you
I
see
was
dudes
gonna
packing
say
up
on the second part, that's
a
also one of
female.
my favorite things. Rolling a blunt, getting some food, and it's like sometimes I don't want to. I will say the downside of it as well. I was streaming for so long, playing the game, making money. I kind of got burnt out on it because I got so caught up with how much money I was making that every time I turned on my game, it felt like a job. Just like with streaming,
Uh,
like I think you got to a point. I got to a point where I'm like, okay, this isn't really fun anymore because I'm pushing myself to make money and I'm pushing myself. And now when I turn on this camera and I turn on the Sims, I'll just sit there and just like stare at the screen sometimes because I'm like, I don't have that drive. I
not
had to like
gaming
slow
block.
down.
You got
I
a
had to
gaming
slow
block.
down because I was like, now this just feels like a job. But there's the other part where I do want to smoke and eat up snacks and play the game because, like I said, when I'm not trying to make money, I feel like that's my inner child who just wants to escape and have a good time. So I don't think it's all like a lot of people be like, oh, I don't want to waste my time sitting in front of the game. Like it's not productive. And I'm like, sometimes I don't want to be productive. Sometimes I
Right,
do want to waste
right.
the day and
And
sit
you
in my
know,
house and play The Sims and just escape. That's my escape. So,
and I think that's wonderful. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? But what I done seen from what I done seen with a lot of dudes, man, let baby put him out the house. Hey, you got to go. First thing he grabs is his Xbox. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause,
Mhm.
hey, if he comes spend the night at your house and bring his Xbox, kick him out. Kick him out. Hey, but once again, I really appreciate everybody pulling up. I am respectfully solid. This is Solid Ground, the new featured show. We're here every single Sunday at 7 p.m.
Thank
Eastern
you,
Standard Time.
everybody.
We got Jordi in the building. Jordi just tapped in, gave us, her passion, how she discovered it. She talked about the journey in gaming, how she received sponsorship, the game she loves to play. You know what I'm saying? With Sims. Sims is that one. You know what
Thank
I'm
you so
saying?
much.
And and the impact that she's had. She has a woman's gaming community, basically. It's what it is, and that's dope. So, Jordi, I appreciate you pulling up one more
No
time.
problem.
Just go ahead and plug yourself and let people know when you stream and what you got going on.
I don't have a consistent streaming schedule, but if y'all want to fave me and add me on my socials, my gamer tag is also OVONYX. I could put that in the chat. I definitely need some more people to play the game with. So if y'all just want to fave and check out my Insta, I post when I stream on there.
Absolutely. There it is there. Appreciate you coming through, Jordi. It was
Thank
a
you so much
pleasure.
for having me.
All right. 100, 100. Once again, y'all, what's going on? We got, what I'm saying, it's solid ground. You know what I'm talking about? Every single Sunday, this is where passion meets purpose and the stories come alive. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just heard from Jordi about gaming, right? Our next guest, I've had multiple times of being in the presence of this guest right here, Nikki Nights. She's full of energy. Didn't know she was a gamer. I knew she was a singer. So now she gonna tell us about it because I need to hear about this. I really need to hear about this. She's got many surprises. Nikki
Hello.
Nights. Hey, how you doing
Hello.
today?
I'm doing good, Mr. Solid. How are you doing?
I'm
Hi,
doing
Jordy.
amazing. Thank you for asking. Welcome to Solid Ground. So
Happy to be here.
go ahead and plug yourself real quick. Tell the people who you is. Introduce yourself, Nikki Nights.
Definitely, definitely. Well, hello. Salute to the room. My name is Nikki Nights, aka Nikki with the Blicky, or your self-proclaimed favorite Alaskan. What I do is I've created my own mission and vision on this app of raising raising vibrations, sharing story, and ultimately being on my own healing journey. Along that way, we've created a community that's kind of surpassed that and done that all together. So that's what we do every day on the app is we do morning check-ins. We started a virtual book club a couple of weeks ago that's really started to take off. I've done a couple of showcases that I've hosted, and then as you said, I'm a singer, so not professional. I don't consider myself a singer. I just love to sing. There's a difference.
You
I'm
love
not
to sing.
professional. It's just a
And you do.
hobby. So I do love to sing. It is just something I enjoy doing. So
That
yep,
part
that is
right
me.
there. Amen to that. Amen to that. Well, Jordi, I'm sorry, Nikki. You know what I'm saying? We still, I just be so inspired by my guests that it just, takes me. I be in the zone where it's just like, because I love to hear about these things that I most of the time actually don't spend any time doing. You know what I'm saying? But I'd be interested in knowing how people discover their passions. So let's talk about how you discovered your passion. Okay. What Tell me what inspired you to get into gaming and how did it evolve into such a significant hobby for you?
Yeah. So I think gaming honestly has always been a part of my life, even from a young age. My grandpa had one of the original Xboxes and the Nintendo 64. So from a
Fun.
young age, I was introduced to Pac-Man and Tetris. After school, we get home. Tetris was kind of like the big hit game back in the day. I don't know if y'all remember that one. And then
Yeah,
Pac-Man, when his baby mama Mrs. Pac-Man came along, and they created that whole Pac-Man world game. So that's about, not to give my age away, but that's about when I started flourishing and being
man,
introduced
you
into the
just
game.
gave my age away. You just gave my age away, telling people your grandfather had the first Xbox. I'm just
He had it for me. He had it for me. But
okay. Go ahead, continue.
but so gaming was always like a way for us to it brought connection in our family. We grew up in I'm here in Alaska, so we grew up in the Alaskan hood. Grew up in a trailer park, so I remember growing up with my dad when they saved up for Nintendo 64, and we were able to expand game nights from just more than video games, but to Super Mario Party and Super Smash Bros. And Mario Kart. It really opened up a real just a whole new realm of just fun and entertainment. I think for me, gaming really started to stick and become more of a passion when I graduated from high school. I had gotten my first job. I was a general store manager at Taco Bell. And I just remember being bored after work. So it was like, get off work and it's during the day. And there's no homework. So it was like, what the heck do I do with my time?
Mhm.
So one of my homies introduced me to Skyrim on the PlayStation 3, which I actually still have that same PlayStation 3 to this day. But that I think was really what opened up and made me realize just how much I love fantasy games and dragons. Dragons, orcs, elves. and big battle axes and great swords is like where I get really, really dirty and excited. So yeah, I would say that's what really opened it up and showed me just like more open world games.
That's
And going
amazing.
forward.
That's amazing. You know, of course I've witnessed I'm gonna give my age away a little bit more now too. But all the way back to ColecoVision. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of y'all don't even know what ColecoVision is. Um, Jordi will probably plug it in and be like, what?
Dang.
This is, and y'all had fun on this? Like, we had fun on ColecoVision. Yeah. Yeah, we had fun on ColecoVision. You couldn't tell us nothing. And you know, so I've come up through all the video games, although I stopped probably around 19. But I've had we seen all of them. We used to have to blow on the cartridges for Sega. You know, Sega used to have the original Sega, which wasn't Sega Genesis. You take the cartridge out and press the power button, and a maze game will show up. But I'm talking about this maze game had levels and levels on top of levels that you had to go through, and it was just a little dot making it out the maze. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, and they all came with some futuristic looking firearm. You know what I mean? So and we used to have to blow on the cartridge. Then we developed the alcohol. You get the Q-tip and the alcohol, and hit the little, you know what I mean, the chips on the end of it, boom, and then you have to press it down real good and probably put another game cartridge in there to keep it down. Yeah, we used to be thugging when it came to those games, man.
Straight
Playing duck hunt and all that. Okay, let me ask you. So, what's your favorite console, and what is your favorite game?
So kind of like Jordy, I play all of them, but my comfort one that I find myself going back to is the PlayStation. I love the sleek interface and the softness of the controller. I love the smoothness of the processing when you connect it directly into a router. It's just the gameplay, the rates per minute is just so nice.
See,
so Xbox as well, but
you just made it sound like an intimate date.
Yeah. I got a little excited. I ain't gonna lie, Solid.
That's fine. I love it. That's dope. That's dope that you feel that way. Now, what game or games? Give us some games, but what's your top? Give me like your top 3. Tell us about them.
So Skyrim. Again, going back, anyone that knows me, I'm huge on fantasy. So my virtual book club, I'm introducing them to a fantasy novel. So I love Skyrim. Before even Game of Thrones came out, I was introduced to the Elder Scroll Online, and that's where like the big fantasy, like if you grew up with Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, you love this game. What I love about it is you've got the main quest, but you also have subquests. So you can follow the main storyline, or you can break off and be your own person. There's so many millions and billions of ways that you can carry this game, and each one is different than the others. Shout out to Oblivion. That's a good one as well, Joy. Second favorite game would be Call of Duty. Ghost is my baby, my boo thing, my everything. So I will always follow them. Cops 2 is my absolute favorite. Yes, I did pre-order the game. I am ready for October. If y'all want to know, Nikki Nights, that's actually where this name came from. Nikki Nights came from Call of Duty.
Okay.
So this is actually my gaming name on every platform and every console, other than the Xbox, but that's about to change too. So Twitch, Steam, PC, Discord, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, all of them. Nikki Nights.
I like that. Now, let me ask you this. What ways do you use your gaming platform to inspire other women and make a positive difference?
I think for me, being a social gamer, I'm all about building connection and sharing story. So I find that even when you're gaming, especially when you're in the more open world setting or there's multiplayer type games, it allows you to have conversations which you'd be very surprising. Even in Call of Duty, the type of conversations that I've been able to have. Jordi mentioned it earlier, sometimes women are looked like in a very stereotypical light. There is definitely a stigma about women gamers and streamers, and if you don't look a certain way, you're expected to not be successful, or, only this type of woman knows how to play, or women can't game or shoot at all. So I think it's very fun when you're able to be on that mic and prove them wrong, prove those statistics wrong. So, do a little, teabag crouching on them to be like, step on their toes, something like that. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to think of an appropriate way to say it. High vibes, high vibes. But yeah, for me, it's just like finding other women and getting it. One thing about women is we communicate a lot better than men most of the time on games. So when we're able to coordinate, we can actually do very well. When I've played in squads with men, a lot of times everyone just pushes, and unless they're communicating, it doesn't work well.
Because they're extra competitive. So you telling me amongst women, y'all be having like it don't be all that rah that be going on with the guys? Wow, that's different.
Oh, that's like the only time we not arguing. Like, oof, you get a good group of women working together, honey. Like, man, if we could be
that's different. Y'all be all caring and probably teaching each other everything. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. I didn't know that. I would have thought y'all be in there cat fighting too. You know what I'm saying? Because they dudes be on there cat fighting.
I mean, there's definitely the ones that do,
so
but
bad.
Now remember, pings matter. So I'm over in Alaska, so it could also just be that the majority of women I play with are in Canada, but they are definitely some peaceful people over here. But no, I would say honestly, the women I played with, when you communicate, and especially if it's women that you've known to play with before, the communication is very crucial. Like you were saying, like that teamwork part that you mentioned in the introduction, creates a very big impact, which then translate over into the real world as well. So
and I think for men, I think it's just not fun if you ain't talking crap. Like it's just not fun. like for real, I grew up around older OGs that played chess and they talk crap while playing chess. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter what game we play, from spades to dominoes to whatever. You could be playing rummy and Yahtzee and we talking crap the whole time. It's what makes it fun though.
Rock, paper, scissors,
you know what I'm saying?
It don't matter.
Okay, I love that. If y'all just tapping in, this is Solid Ground, a new featured show. We here every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Solid Ground, you can guarantee to hear a dope story about passion and purpose. You know what I'm saying? So like you might hear about somebody with a passion for collecting tennis shoes. In past shows, we've had a passion for DJing, a passion for content creation. You know what I mean? Just whatever people, there's all types of things. People might shave wooden sticks with a passion. I want to hear about it. You know what I mean? And you're liable to hear it here. You know what I'm saying? So welcome to Solid Ground 100. So now let me ask you this. What do you enjoy most about gaming and how has it enriched your life?
What I love most about gaming is honestly those proper adjective, but there's just moments, like these magical moments that share with those people that just makes it feel, that just reminds you like, this is why I started. So like, I'll give you an example. Prior to being on Tagged, I was heavy gaming. Now that I'm streaming, I don't game as much because we got to balance out the two. Can only do one or the other the way that I stream. So prior to though, I have a squad that I play with, and we're all surrounded everywhere. You've got me in Alaska. You've got one man who's a construction worker in Las Vegas. You've got another man who's just turned 25. Him and his wife are married over there in Maryland. And then we've got like two younger kids. One's like a 9-year-old over in Canada, and then the other one's like a 14-year-old over. And we all just randomly met each other, but we played so well that we just created a group chat and we just started always playing. So anyways, there like came a moment where we had this one, his youngest, he was like 9. His mic sucked. We could barely hear him half the time. The quality was so bad. We knew we wanted to do something about it. So, he didn't have a Discord because he was young, but we all talked about it on our Discord chat. And you're like, you know what? We want to do something nice. Let's see about getting him a gift card so he can go ahead and get himself, a gift or something. And then we thought about it a second longer, and it's like, let's see if there's a way we could reach out to his parents first. So there's just not a whole bunch of like adults sending this child something in the mail, and then they feel a little concerned about that. So we were able to actually get in contact with his parents though, and let him know that, for his birthday, we wanted to send him an Xbox gift card for him to use however he wanted. We hoped he was going to use it for a microphone. He ended up using it to buy all the skins on Call of Duty and Fortnite, but whatever. the moral of the story is, though, it was beautiful to watch 5 people who have never met each other in real life come together to gift someone with something, not because they asked, but because they wanted to. And I've had many moments through my streaming and gaming journey where people or myself have just done something not because you had to, but because you wanted to, and it has made such a significant impact on the person that was being gifted that. And to me, that's what reminds me why gaming is bigger than just gaming. Like Jordi said, it's bigger than just a console. It's a beautiful community all on its own.
That's man. She just gave us a whole bar right there with that one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna cap, man. Listen, that's why I love this. I love hearing about these different passions that people have, because you start to learn things and it's kind of makes it a lot more understandable. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling Jordy that I absolutely, it's a double standard for me. For me, not everyone else. For me, I think it's dope when women game. You know what I'm saying? And if a male is not gaming at a level where he getting paid, he needs to go to the construction field or something. That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Instead of sitting in front of it all day. That's all I'm saying. Don't be in front of it all day. You know what I mean? If you ain't monetizing that joint. You know what I'm saying? So, so now, Jordy, I mean, why do I keep doing that? Okay, so Nikki, yeah, like, yeah, I don't understand that. So, okay, so tell me, Nikki, um, let's tap into the journey, right? What obstacles did you encounter as a female gamer, and how did you overcome those obstacles?
I think some of the obstacles that I initially encountered was encountering a lot of stigmas. Being a female, you are a little bit more prone to hearing even sometimes sexual comments and remarks, especially when you're in an open proximity
Right.
type a chat like game. Um, so I think for me, biggest obstacles would be learning to have a backbone and calling it out. Calling them out right on the spot and be like, like I usually use a little bit more profane language, but like, what you're saying is not okay. I need you to knock that off, kind of thing. Um, I would say that is probably one of the bigger ones. And then also cultural differences. When you're gaming, you're opening up to playing with a lot of people all around the world. I'm over here in Alaska. We're already disconnected from everything else, so it's already a cultural difference. So I would say one of the cool things, but also one of the hardest things, was learning how to adapt to other cultures and being mindful of even how I spoke. Because maybe the way that I said something would be okay for me. Maybe I thought it was okay, but I would find that maybe someone on the East Coast maybe would have found it offensive. And for me, gaming and friendships, networking is important. So my biggest barrier was learning how to navigate those conversations while also staying true to myself, but being also mindful and compassionate of what those people needed.
I like that. I like that. Now, can you share a memorable moment, right, in gaming that significantly impact you, and it stands out, like one of those monumental moments?
Yeah, I remember actually shortly after starting my streaming journey on here, um, so when I first started streaming back in February, that's when I actually first started going live. I didn't really know how to stream or what I was going to do. So I would set my camera up and I would just game a lot. So a lot of that's why my emoji is the game symbol, because I love to game. And initially my streams were me gaming and talking to people while I gamed. Um, Around that time, I had dealt with two passings in my family and they were hitting me pretty hard. So I was battling depression pretty bad. And I remember one day I was sitting in a stream and I guess like my people could see it on my face. Um, there were other things going on, but I was just in a very, very low point, more or less. I remember after ending my stream that day, one of the people called me, and it's actually because of text. So I remember one of my friends calling, and he was just asking, like, what's going on. So I started opening up a little bit about what was happening in the real world, and they were like, I'm not there for you, and I know I'm not as good with words as you are, but what I can do for you is be there for you. He's like, so if you want, we can jump in Fortnite, we can go into a Lego world and we can just build houses. We can put our mics on you. We can laugh, we can cry, you can shout, we can smoke. Just know that I'm here for you until you say you want to get off the game. And so we did. For that day, I called out and we stayed in the game for 8 hours. And I just remember, like, I don't even remember what I felt, but I remember crying and just letting it all out. And it's like, even though they weren't there with me, they were there with me. And that was for me a turning moment in both my gaming and even my streaming journey, of realizing that the gaming and the streaming world are so much more than just apps and games. Like you can have connections, you can heal, you can touch lives, you know. So yeah, I'd say that was probably one of my most impactful memories from it.
That's I mean, for me, like I said, it's been streaming has been very therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
I've on this app, I started a relationship with the Lord on this app. I was introduced to
Amen.
God on this app. I met my wife on this app. You know what I'm saying? So it's amazing. It's been perfect. You know what I mean? So I can, just like tattooing. With tattooing, I I could put on some headphones and start tattooing a piece and just lose myself. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And take my time on it and just it's therapeutic. So a lot of these things that we do that take us to fully participate in can actually really make it work. You know what I mean for us, So it's wonderful.
Absolutely.
It's wonderful. I like that. So tell me this. Um, where would you like where would you like this gaming to take you? Is there somewhere it hasn't taken you yet that you'd like to be?
Yeah, honestly, so I really want to incorporate gaming into streaming on more than on bigger platforms. So my ultimate vision and goals when I started to come on here is, I had my milestones I want to hit on tagged. I want to hit every VIP up to Black VIP, and I wanted to eventually start working on creating content so I could apply for top badge. But deeper than that, when it comes to gaming, I want to start streaming on both this platform and others to keep advocating for the importance of gaming and just reminding people of that it is bigger than just that. The trolling's fun too. Don't get me wrong, I'm a troll as well. But it's just remember that gaming, it is what you make it. It's a metaverse, it's a whole world. Like Jordi was saying with Sims, we're creating, we're developing consistently. I've seen so many people that went from playing video games to then, I have friends that are now graphic designers or working for Microsoft themselves, so it's along the way. It's just a journey
Hey,
to be a part of.
Nikki Nights with the mouthpiece. Yes,
Uh,
talk right now. Talk your itch, man. You want to check out gaming. You know what I'm saying? A little bit, but I don't know. I don't think I got time for that. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Fair,
Once
go
again,
fair.
y'all, this is solid ground where passion meets purpose and the stories come alive. Today, on this week's episode, we are tapping into the gaming world. You know what I mean? So we just heard from Nikki about her passion. You know what I'm saying? We also tapped into the journey. You know what I mean? And now we're going to tap into the impact. Okay? So, Nikki, tell me, um, what what message do you hope to convey through your involvement in the gaming community, and how do you hope to inspire others?
Hmm. I think the message that I would involve in the gaming community is stay true to you, and people will find you in due time. I think when
Hmm.
I wasn't in the gaming, it's just like I'm goofy offline and online, but that's me and I love it. And I wouldn't change it for the world. So yeah, just be yourself. Hi L, salute to El Drug. I see you modding, baby. But just be yourself on and off the game and see what happens. Trust me, it's worth it.
That's dope. That's dope. Okay, one more question for you, right?
Mhm.
Um, how has your passion for gaming influenced your personal growth and the community you've built?
I'd say my passion for gaming in general has allowed me to have a voice and a confidence that I didn't have before. By being thrown into games and situations where you're now forced to talk with people and being these team building environments, I've been forced to have to team build and communicate with strangers. I've been forced to also have to set boundaries at times and even stick up for people that I would never know just because my gut told me to.
Mhm.
Um, I'd say those things alone have transferred over because I have felt along the way of gaming, especially with Call of Duty and Fortnite, that I've just watched my own back mode and my voice just get stronger and stronger with time.
That's dope. I mean, this gaming thing is big. There's a lot of folks that's out here in this world that spend a lot of time, a lot of money on gaming, and I truly appreciate you and Jordy coming through and actually, sharing this passion with us. You know what I'm saying? It's very
Yes.
inspirational, and I know that there's plenty of people here who have gotten something out of this, maybe even understood some people a little better. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie, I used to lose to females playing video games too. Y'all be good at that stuff. Like y'all be good at it. You know what I'm saying? I used to hate losing to my sister, to my relatives, to especially UFC. Like how you beat me in this or Mortal Kombat. Like, no, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's where that male competitiveness comes in at. So once again, Nikki, go ahead and plug yourself in. Thank you for being on solid ground. It was a pleasure, and I'm so happy to have you here. Go ahead and plug yourself. Let them know what's cracking.
Of course, everyone. Again, thank you for allowing me to share this space with y'all. My name is Nikki Nights, if you didn't already hear, or Nikki with the Blicky, also your self proclaimed favorite Alaskan. Again, if you haven't already, tell your friends Nikki Nights for top badge. What I do though is I stream Wednesday through Sunday, 5:30 a.m. Alaska time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, and we do morning check-ins with Nikki's. On Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, we do a virtual book club. Right now, we are currently reading a Sicilian fantasy novel called Kingdom of the Wicked. So this is actually the book that we are reading every Thursday. It has been an absolute blast. I encourage you all to feel free to chime in anytime. I'm still new to the streaming side of things. I just hit my 10-month mark a couple of days ago. We are delving
Nice.
more into content creation. This month of September, as you can see, is my birthday. So I'm focusing more on trying to be a part of shows in the tag community. I really just want to have fun and be here with y'all wherever I can. So if you know of any opportunities, happy to be a part of them. I'm also on the lookout for content creation myself. So just feel free to hit me with the fave. Be sure to fave you back. I've also got that IG if you want to network. Trying to get better at paying attention to my DMs. And yeah, that's what I got.
Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Of
Shout
course.
outs. Everybody, make sure y'all fave our guest up. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all fave them up. Once again, we are coming to the end of this is Solid Ground. We're here every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what I mean? Passion meets purpose. The stories come alive. If y'all want to be a part of Solid Ground and y'all got a passion y'all want to discuss, make sure y'all hit me up on IG or hit me on the inbox or reach out to Nikki 24/7, my amazing admin. And yeah, this is Solid Ground.